What's up guys, this is Dave from Game Breakers, welcoming you to the return of PES Predicts. This is one of the Game Breakers original series, which we started back in 2012, predicting the outcomes of matches in Euro 2012. This season, we are using PES 2014, and we are predicting outcomes of selected matches in the 2014 FIFA World Cup in Brazil. The first match we are going to cover is the opening game of the tournament, Brazil versus Croatia from Group A. Now, with the Euro 2012 PES Predicts, we just use the home stadiums of the team of whoever was at home. This time around we're going to be using the same stadium, the Estadio de Escorpião, as it's called in PES 2014, as that's Brazil's national stadium and the only Brazilian stadium in the game. So yeah, like I said, we are going to do selected matches, so we're not going to do every single match in the tournament, but we are going to do, we're going to try and cover every team if we can in the group stages at least once, sometimes twice, because of varying reasons. But we're going to try and do all teams from all different stages of the group. So either the first, the second, or the third group game. We're going to try and cover every team as best we can. Then, as we get into the knockout stages, which we hopefully are going to do this year, this time round. I mean, with the Euro 2012 PES Predicts, we only did the group stages, and we only did 6 matches. This year, hopefully, we'll have more. Like I said, the knockout stages won't be all of the knockout stages. Will be selected matches. We will try and cover both semi-finals and the final itself. So that's PES Predicts. Now, obviously in Pro Evolution Soccer games not all teams are licensed, and normally the countries are pretty good when it comes to licensing. However, this year they're not all licensed. None of the kits are licensed, so I've had to do a bit of messing about with kits and try and get the correct teams, but I didn't really bother. Some teams are correct through an update, some teams aren't due to them being unlicensed players, and so the squads won't be correct, so you're just gonna have to make do with what you've got. But I do know that England's team is correct as of the 23-man squad that was announced, so when it get around to doing England's PES Predicts, at least you know that the team will be the correct one. So, looking at this match then, the first match, getting onto this now, first match at the tournament, Brazil-Croatia. These two teams opening the tournament. Brazil, obviously it's their World Cup, it's in their country, and they'll be hoping to make a flying start. So, onto this game then, and as you can see, we are in the second half of this match, with the score at Brazil 0, Croatia 0. First half was it was all Brazil, to be honest with you. And yeah, Croatia have an attack cut out pretty much there by Gustavo on the ball now. Marcelo, as you can see, it is the official Brazil team, or as close as I can get it. As you can see with the Croatia side, it's all generic players that are named as close as they can without breaching licensing problems. One thing I will say, all the unlicensed teams, they obviously I can change them, like change the player names, but it'll just take too much time. For example, Mandzukic is playing in this match. He won't actually play in this match in the tournament due to a suspension, but changing that now or trying to change all of that, all the player names and changing teams due to suspensions. It's just too complicated just for the sake of predicting. So let's just get the teams as close as they can to the actual teams and go from there. So we are coming up to the final 10 minutes in this match, and Brazil on the attack again. It's been pretty stale this second half. There's not really been a shot in anger as such. There was a few decent attempts from the Brazil side in the first half, which you would have seen, but they've not really, capitalised and done anything in this second half. 86 minutes played. Marcelo plays a long ball to Fred, and again they've just lose it really. They don't really do anything with it. We're in stoppage time now. Marcelo with a cross. Fred can't get his head on it. Tried to head it, couldn't get his head on it, and Croatia get it away, and that is the end of the match. So PES predicts that it's going to be a draw in the opening group game of the 2014 FIFA World Cup. There'll be more PES predicts coming up. I've been Dave from Game Breakers, and I'll see you when I see you.